Yeah,
but look, she got the waggy right there.
Classic loving basketball. But yeah, the George Floyd case. Derek Chauvin.
Derek bitch ass nigga.
Yeah, so
Chauvin.
As y'all should know by now, by the time that y'all watch this episode, that he was found guilty on all counts that they had him on, right?
For third degree murder,
second
degree murder, and second degree manslaughter.
Yeah.
First counts of murder.
And then they say some shit impersonating like you was trying to protect somebody and.
Well, that comes with the
you harmed them, yeah.
Yeah, that comes with the charge, but each one carries, I believe, 25 minimum. I think the manslaughter is 10 and a half.
Niggas had to mean like, oh, y'all found me guilty. Yeah.
Yeah, for the first time you seen his whole demeanor change when he said guilty. But I knew it was guilty because the judge wasn't fucking with him or that defense attorney at all.
I think the scenario period,
the whole shit, and the more he heard, you could tell, like his whole you could try to be,
even though it's your job, but
right, and it's his job to be a judge and strike his biasness away from it too, and how he looks at it. But when you're human, like really human, and there's some shit like this, you cannot help it. You can't help it. This is someone on your side of the law as well. And when you got people on that bench that's his superiors telling you, nah, man, that ain't it. That was no, we don't condone none of that shit, none of that. So, and then to see the defense attorney, his whole case and strategy, and I've watched a lot of police brutality cases by now and read them before we had the opportunity to like watch them on TV. And this was the worst case, the worst presentation, the worst strategy I've seen from a defense attorney ever, bro. Like, he tried to create a whole nother scenario, and in, I think, 3 weeks of this shit, he never addressed the knee. Yeah. Even if you're trying to say car exhaust, drug problems, health problems, he was eating a banana. Nigga said it might be a banana in his mouth. You never said, the knee.
So if you knew that he had something in his mouth and he was eating, why would you choke him? You know what I'm saying? Like, all your defense sounds crazy.
And I feel like that's the judge's courtroom. He supersedes everybody in there. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like he started to take it as like disrespect. Yeah. Like, this is the case you're gonna present? This is what you're gonna present to me. Yeah. Oh nah. So when he read it, that nigga did exactly this with that manila envelope. He said, he read that shit, he said, smack that shit on the stand. He said, so the jury, he read that shit, guilty. The other count, same wordage, guilty. Then wholeheartedly asked each jury, this was your decision? 1 through 9, is it? And you can see and
double triple check that.
Yeah, you can see in Derek Chauvin, he looking at the judge and looking at the jury, like he like as the judge speaks, then the jury, he like, oh damn, oh yeah, bail revoked. Cause I while we were sitting there, I'm like, yeah, I hope they revoke his bail because this nigga's gonna go home and eat his gun. Mm-hmm. He's gonna eat his gun. He was a cop for over 20-some years. He's had multiple thoughts of eating his gun before.
Yeah, because you gotta.
And now you're guilty.
You gotta keep them in your sights.
Yep.
Yeah, you gotta keep
suicide watch.
Up.
He on suicide watch. It's over.
Any kind of watch, because that nigga can try to, kill himself, run away.
Don't kill yourself. Get the population first.
Deal with this.
Get in there.
Yeah, deal with this. You
fight out. Put a knee on another big black nigga neck, the same size as George Floyd. Do that. Now you do that. I was actually shocked by the verdict. I was shocked. Because
I wasn't shocked so much. It was probably surprised, like, just to be like, not that they got it right. Is I guess the word that everybody been using, like tweeting about it and talking about it and shit, is accountability. You know what I'm saying? Because you got
this isn't justice.
Yeah, it's accountability. Yeah, because before we get to that, you gotta get to this, because this is the first time that this happened. Because like I was arguing with somebody yesterday, right? We was talking about this, and they was like, I really don't. It doesn't affect my everyday life. And I'm like, how are you saying that? You know what I'm saying? It fucked my head up. And I'm like, you have a child and it's a male. You know what I'm saying? So how doesn't this affect you? Because if Rodney King would have got this verdict, this probably wouldn't have happened to George.
They would have never showed the other cops that we could do this.
You know what I'm saying? So it has to count for something. You gotta be investing in it a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Because
about 41 shots, I'm gonna do the other.
Yeah, it's bigger than us.
They don't go to jail, but you pay the families for the negligence of their actions.
Yeah. So the point was, you put yourself in the situations that you're in, and I'm like, no, because Tamir Rice was playing in the park. So you got to tell me that argument for the other side. They put themselves in the situation and always slide out of it without no repercussion.
You've never heard of any of this happening to a white kid, because they're pristine and good, and they don't get into situations like this across this country.
And even if they in this situation where they the ones that's killing or mass shooting or something, you see them getting taken away with a vest on them and are handcuffed and politely put in the car and everything. So it can't be no double standard with life.
You brought that up, right? And the guy that they accused in Hempstead, right, killed the manager at the Stop and Shop and everything. Mm-hmm. Did you see the video when they walking him out? And he got the white suit on and with the shoes. Mm-hmm. He ain't had no bulletproof vest on. Why he ain't had no bulletproof vest on? And it's not to say like it's none of it is right, but it's like when you could see the clear evidence of like the racial division between how you police different cultures, ethnic groups, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's disgusting, and at this point,
it's too evident.
Like I keep saying, like I come on, I'll be like, who's gonna be next? And I feel like every time I said that, there's been someone that week, bro.
Yeah, bro. Dante
Wright. Toledo. And now
Michaela Bryant, but the whole
check it though. 20 years old, 15 years old, 16 years old.
And they was all fighting.
Kids though.
They was fighting?
Who, the girls?
Each other?
No, I'm just talking about the ages of the three people we named.
Oh yeah. Cause I wanted to get into that story.
Only one is eligible to vote.
Yeah.
And neither is eligible to drink.
You said 16, 18, and 20?
16, 15, and 20.
Yeah.
16, 50. So that verdict was very important, and as that verdict is coming down, the situation with this young lady in Ohio is taking place literally at 4:30. She was pronounced dead at 5:30. The verdict came out at like 5:15. You know? So how doesn't this, whoever said that, how doesn't this affect your life directly? You don't think her father might have been thinking the same thing, and he's out there. He was right there when they.
That's what I'm saying. You can't wait for it to get that close to your home for you to be like, damn, now this affects me.
You haven't had it close to your home. You got Abner Louima. You got Amadou Diallo. You got Sean Bell. You got Eric Gardner. Am I missing any prominent from New York? Not even just ones that are murdered by police. I'm just talking about the nationwide stories. Yusuf Hawkins. The shit that showed you the tale of the two cities.
Yeah. But I kind of got in their head, like...
Since you bought 5, like, What more do you need to see? We have too many examples here in our own
Because
city.
it could happen to me. You know what I'm saying? And that's close to you. You wouldn't want that to be like me, and you'd be like, damn. Or I gotta go out there and fight for him. And
or it could happen to me. Or
to the person I'm talking to. It could happen to you. Like,
happen to your brother. It can happen to your uncle. It can happen to somebody else that you know that you don't even, that's not even in your life right now, but you went to school with them or some shit. They on your Facebook.
These are people that never got in trouble with their parents, never got on punishment. So for them to get this, for him to get 40 years facing in jail, he's shitting in his pants right now. Like,
people talking about, they gonna give him like 10 years. No, the fuck they not.
Yeah, because they were saying because he's a first offender, right? So they were saying 12 and a half. But they was like, the jury was like, nah, you can't do that because the evidence showed that he deserves more time.
We convicted him
on all these counts that y'all put against him, so y'all gotta give him the max for each of those.
Prosecution is pushing for the max, and I guarantee you that judge is not going to be lenient. No. You ain't get to hear his final thoughts yet. He told him, you're guilty. Prosecutor said, we'd like to remand his bail. Bail is revoked. Not even the thought. Not even no, it's revoked. He's going into our custody right now. And they look back like, oh, you want, yeah, get the fuck up and put your hands behind your back.
Go right to jail.
And in 8 weeks and 2 months, you're going to come back and I'm going to talk to you. Then now I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to tell you, you sentenced, I'm giving him 35. He's guilty of 2 murder charges.
And
the man's
45.
Yeah, fuck.
You give him his age. You coming out when you 90. If you make
you right. Y'all live long. Y'all look old, but y'all live long. You come out.
Yeah, the evils is in you.
If you make it out.
Hey, but shout out to everybody that stood up for this.
They didn't check it like somebody's like, yo, they're gonna put him in a cop jail. I said, yo, the crazy shit is, even if they do, the cops not gonna fuck with him.
No, fuck with that shit.
Yo, bro, are y'all not paying attention? Do you not understand what he did, not just for the police force of Minnesota, but across this nation? Do you know, just like George Floyd is the poster child of police having to take accountability and some form of justice? He's the face of that, and he's the face of, damn, nigga, you got caught. You made us hot. We, off a knee on the neck, we didn't choke niggas, shot niggas, put plunges up their ass, and I mean shot like 40, 50, let off 60. Chandra Bland, we propped up while she was dead. Mm-hmm. That's not no conspiracy.
They don't play.
They get away with this shit. Even a nigga that's not a cop, George Zimmerman ain't even a cop. Nigga. But his daddy was.
You got money off that. How you get money off the situation?
Come on, son. Like.
Killing a human being. But they came to the right decision on this one, you know what I'm saying? So.
You can't give him bail because, one, he's not going to have to pay bail. Just like this Kim Potter or whatever her name is, all these racist bigots create GoFundMe pages for these people. They heroes to them.
Yeah, because
just like the people that died, we immortalize. They celebrate them.
To tell their story because they here. Because the dude, one of the cops that killed Breonna Taylor, writing a book about it.
Of course he is, and it's going to be one of the best sellers.
That shit was crazy, bro. So. They got this one right, and they still got to charge the other cops, right?
They are charged.
Oh, okay.
They trial is different. They wasn't charged with murder.
They just did like associate.
Bro, like I said, if I do that, we all get murdered. But they cops, so they get judged by the law differently, whatever. But if he going to jail for murder, they better get manslaughter. Because at no point in that time frame did y'all try to tell this cop, your colleague,
they all need to get at
up.
least 10.
Now, no point.
At least 10. Even the one that was just standing there, you did something. Fuck out of here. Yeah, so, like I said, shout out to everybody that stood up for this. This was a year-long fight. They
ain't over.
And they still marching and everything.
Because it ain't over.
Yeah, because we still got, now the Dante Wright case, they got to put more pressure on that because that can't be no manslaughter.
In Chicago, and now you pick up a new one. This shit is like...
Then you got all the mass shootings, like the shit at the FedEx facility, the shit at the like you said, the supermarket.
The other one, the supermarket at Hempstead and Long Island. So, we got rappers dying, we got kids dying, we got police still overusing their power. We got police trials and no music is still ain't dropping, bro. How about what's going on?
Fuck is Kendrick at? So he's getting
He's about to get shot. Yeah? He about to get shot. I know if he gets shot, some music gonna drop in like 3 years. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, it's a nasty.
4 years, none of y'all. That's crazy.
It's a nasty. I mean, Schoolboy did, but it wasn't it. It's just a nasty time right now, man. And I just hope everybody out there is in some form or fashion to staying sane, and focused, and pick up a hobby.
Stay nice and
read a book. Nigga, get HBO Max.
Word that.
You do something because it's
Have
gonna
a
be
kid
bad,
that stay in
man.
the crib.
It's gonna be bad. Let me give you a quick animation and give you a look on how the summer is gonna go. Okay. You know where that's at. Yeah, it's gonna be a hot summer, man. Niggas out here getting smacked over the head while getting haircuts with pool sticks.
Listen, man.
Shout out to my hood. Shout out to the star, man. You know, be safe and stay dangerous out here, man. Keep your head on the swivel even when you're getting haircuts. Don't close your eyes.